I can't even believe what I'm seeing. These two just got caught sabotaging. You know what? I go over to the Red Kitchen. I'm like, hey, Red Kitchen, you guys almost done? Great, because I got some good news. All of you guys will be able to enjoy that and then head out to Las Vegas because you guys won. I don't even gotta taste it. I'm just here to congratulate you. Now, obviously, most of you aren't even old enough to have a good time in Las Vegas. I think Courtney's the only one above 21, but they still got lots of gaming places, lots of souvenir, and everyone got $1,000 spending limit. Good luck. Go crazy. And Anne Maria, she is happy and thrilled. This is exactly what she dreamed of. This is what she wanted. By the way, in case you were curious, the red team made a herb-crusted ribeye steak, you know, pan-seared, garlic buttered, basted, roasted Brussels sprouts, you know, crispy edges, glazed heirloom carrots, tossed in light thyme honey with the tangy blackberry and green apple gastrique, you know, drizzled over to, you know, cut through the richness of it all. And then the cottage cheese was blended into like a whipped spread that they put underneath the steak, and it was actually pretty good and smooth. And they turned the bread into like garlic herb croutons for texture. The blue team, before it went into flames, tried to make tilapia with radish chips, pineapple blood orange glaze, fried okra, flash fried. You know, they were gonna lose anyway. They were destined to failure. But how they lost is horrendous. Ella, Topher, you guys were the only two in no way to mess up poorly. So since you didn't mess up horribly, I need each of you to choose one person to nominate for elimination. Then that will be that. And so these two, they do interview like each person that comes up to them and whatnot. Now, Ella, I feel like she tries talking to Topher a little bit like, hey, how about we do not like nominate Jasmine? Because she was just trying to bring light and attention to sabotage going on. That wasn't cool. And I'm glad she did. And Topher's like, yeah, I know, but this could be a very good excuse to try and get her out now, because she could be very dangerous if she continues. And Ella, you know, this is like her best friend for the most part. She can't believe she's hearing this. She's like, no, I think actually you should nominate Max and I should nominate Scarlett. He's like, you're thinking too much with your feelings. You gotta come here to win. And Ella, she's getting mad. She doesn't want to think of Jasmine going home, and then she's stuck. Look what she's stuck with. That is her worst fear right now. She's trying to push these two. And she's like, all right, how about instead Sugar and Leonard? And Topher, he's thinking about this, and he's actually like, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind that. And he's not gonna tell her why for the most part, but he did try to talk to them, and they kind of just shut him down and did not care. All right, so they finally go up to Chris, to Ramsey, to me, to whoever it is canonly. I don't even know who they're talking to. It's just God who eliminates them, or some form of power. Topher, who have you decided to nominate and why? And he's thinking about this, and he knows he's supposed to nominate Leonard, but he can't help but take this chance to get out the biggest threat on his team. So he's like, Chef, due to distracting all of us, letting her food catch on fire and causing other fires, that is horrible. This isn't the first time she's up there either. I gotta nominate Jasmine. And Jasmine is shocked, and her mouth is wide open. Ella is shocked, and Ella's like, oh, all right, bet. Ella's like, well, I nominate for the factual reason they were trying to sabotage Scarlett. Because not only between these two did Scarlett like sabotage, but she is probably a bigger threat than Max. And Topher, he gets angry for half a second that neither of these got nominated, but then he's like, wait, someone super strong's going home. I don't care. Jasmine, once again, you are standing here before me. I know there's potential in you, but Lord, I'm not seeing it. And Scarlett, I know you're smart and you know how to cook stuff, but I don't know if you how to cook stuff with soul. Like, you're cooking the accurate recipe, but sometimes you just gotta add your own stuff to it. I don't see your passion, and honestly, once you win, you're for sure collecting that money and leaving. You do not care about the job. Max, don't think you're slick. I watched the cameras. You're a purple-headed cockroach. You were also sabotaging. Get up there. Jasmine, on camera, Canada, I better not see you up here again. Go ahead. Max, Scarlet, both of you disappointed me greatly. And honestly, between the two of you, I would have more faith in Scarlet. But Max does cook with some personality. I do see his personality like come through the dishes and whatever. They are inspired by him rather than a textbook recipe. And not to mention, he was trying to use the bathroom. Scarlet, you started this. I'm so sorry you have been eliminated. Give me your jacket. I thought you would make it so much farther in this game, but unfortunately that is not how it worked out. Congrats to you remaining 6 though. Just in time as the red team is coming back from Vegas. Everything is set up for dinner service. Everyone has been randomly put. The meat stations both have 2 people. The sides both have 2 people. Dessert has 1, aside from the red team, that is, because they have a lot of people. And then there's the person who helps others cook and then put it to the pack. And you know how there's always that episode of Hell's Kitchen where the dinner service actually goes relatively well? Finally, they got their stuff together. Look at all these eliminations, 15 people, and we finally have a good dinner service. The only thing that really irked me was that Dawn was missing most of her powdered sugar off the top of the lava cake, even though she swears she put it on there. Like, no one would come blow it off, bro. That's very unlikely. And then B, twice he sent up scallops that were missing 1 or 2 scallops. I don't even know how he do that. He's super smart. And besides Topher slicing into the meat too early than he should have, blue team actually did excellent. So they get a very calm but very hype win. And I think that's exactly what they needed. They want to go to bed calm. They want to go to bed knowing they're all safe. Where red team has to go back, find out who's eliminated, and they're pissed. Scott, your station did great. You were impeccable. You and Anne Maria will both choose 1 person to be nominated. This is gonna be a little bit difficult because no one really did anything outstandingly bad, but this has to be done. So I definitely think he uses this like moment of power to get like Sam and definitely like put it in his pause. Make sure he I can't say anything anymore. He wants Sam to know, like, look, we have the power. We will keep you safe like this. Because you want to know what, Sam? You're not going to go home because you know us. You a real one, Sam. Ain't that right, guys? And they're like, yup, we like Sam. And Sam's like, well, I don't know who you guys are going to nominate. But if I could say something, I would like if Brick maybe didn't go. But that's just me. So thank you guys. I'm going to leave. And then Courtney's like, what are you talking about? He says, I don't know who you guys are going to nominate, but don't nominate Brick. Like, bruh, you're basically asking us to nominate these 2. Stop acting. But after some talk and strategizing, I do believe that is what they do. Scott, who do you nominate? And he says B. He was missing multiple scallops. And Chef, I gotta be honest with you. He does not, he doesn't have a voice. He doesn't command. How are people on his path supposed to do this? Like, he's a great chef. And I'm sure in Master Chef, he would win. But in Hell's Kitchen, he's not going to, because this isn't the kind of game for him. He was missing scallops. And Sam, he starts to think about, he's like, wait, didn't Scott randomly have scallops that all of us were eating as we were talking about who to nominate? He's like, probably a coincidence. And then Anne Maria's like, yeah, I gotta nominate Dawn. She's a veganian. She doesn't like pineapple and dairy and stuff. She can't even cook with most ingredients or even like pork. And Dawn, she just wants to correct so many things, but she just wants the silence to speak for itself because no one says anything. But at the end, I do have to make a decision. Dawn, you have made many mistakes, but when you aren't making mistakes, you make extremely good dishes. I'm sorry, B, I kind of do agree with the aspect. Master Chef, you would win. Hell's Kitchen, I don't think you would. I'm sorry, but you have been eliminated. Give me your jacket. At least he's in blue though. Actually, you know what? I feel like you have a hard time finding jacket your sizes, so I'm gonna let you keep that. You're a good dude, B. And there it is, the final 12 of season 2 Hell's Kitchen. After 2 more episodes, we will see who gets the black jackets. That is a title everyone left definitely wants to have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment down who you believe is gonna win. A lot of people have been eliminated for these people to get here. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I dare you to have a good